Hi, everybody. Rich Fulcher here from Rich Fulcher's TalkBox, the podcast that's setting the nation on fire. Our guest today is Nick Helm. Now, listen, I know you guys don't have a lot of time, but if you have a little bit of time, press like, subscribe, or leave a little comment like Rich is the greatest person in the history of the earth. And that would be great for me. But in the meantime, watch the show. It's fantastic. Get out of here! Go home! Kenny, what's going on today? I don't think we have anybody. Do we? Or are we just going to sit here and talk about dipshit? What? Nick Helm?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
What are you
Rich.
doing?
I'm just, I was just walking past, and there was an open door, and I thought, oh, that looks like a microphone. So I thought I'll come in and I'll use that microphone, and here you are too.
Let's do it. Let's.
Is that everything that you dreamt it would be?
Yes. We nailed it.
Here we
are. Nailed the bit.
And we're off.
And then there's a swipe, and then we start.
Right.
So, how are you doing?
I'm really well, thank you.
You seem very at ease with yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm on lots of meds. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
But was there a time when you weren't at ease with yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but not that long ago, like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really weird. Yeah.
I feel like I'm that way. And then, it's like I was telling you before, if I have too many things going on, my mind just gets a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I've been like that for years, for my whole life. Yeah, not being able to focus on
Focusing.
one thing. Yeah.
And what do you think of all this ADHD stuff?
I mean, I don't know if it's ADHD. I don't know if it is. I don't know if everyone's got ADHD, but it's definitely a thing, and it sounds like ADHD. And I've been diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, but also bipolar. So in 2024, I got diagnosed with bipolar at the beginning of the year. And then at the end of the year, I still couldn't focus on anything. I was being very... this is heavy. This is a heavy way to start the show.
I like it.
I'm not sad about it, and I don't find it heavy, but it's kind of like one of those things where you kind of like go, I've got to, wheel this out again. But
we've all got stuff.
So I was like depressed all my life, and I kept getting diagnosed with depression, and I kept getting antidepressants, and they always made me worse.
Yeah.
And then eventually I was struggling with the NHS, and I went private. And, after an hour, this psychiatrist, he said, oh, you got bipolar. And then they gave me bipolar meds. And then all of my depression went, but I couldn't focus on anything for a year.
Right.
And then at the end of the year, I was like, I still can't focus on anything. He goes,
There's always a trade-off.
Well, then he said that you got ADHD as well. So then they put me on ADHD meds, and then that cleared up all of that.
The moral of this is to go private.
Well, for something, I think NHS is great for broken legs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to mental health stuff, it's kind of it's you're very lucky if you get someone good.
Yes,
it's a bit of a lottery, and I ended up going private. But I mean, it was like a small investment it's changed my life. It's like absolutely changed my life. That's amazing. And it took me about a year to kind of like get into the flow of things. And then, so that was 2025, and I kind of like kept forgetting to renew my meds and kept, because part of it is that you forget to do stuff.
Yeah.
And then I've got into kind of like a rhythm. And I was doing some filming about, I did a tiny budgeted feature film 1 month ago. And so in prep for that, I started, I gave up drinking.
You did?
Gave up. I gave up drinking for 4.5 years once, but then I kind of like dipped back into it. But then I was just like, I've given up drinking, gave up anything else, and started just drinking water and coffee every day. and I cut out loads of carbs.
Do you think it's like the proportional to how into your career you are? How
motivated you are to
yeah.
sort yourself out?
Yeah.
Well, I think like I had like some filming in like 3 weeks, and I was like, oh, I'm still chubby. So I was like, let's see. What a positive dent I can do in 3 weeks. I did. I lost like 1.5 stone in 3 weeks. But because I was kind of like looking after myself and I was walking everywhere, I was like waking up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm finishing this album that I'm doing at the moment. I was waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, getting my laptop, writing a song, going off and filming, coming back, writing more music when I got home in the evening. And I was kind of like going to bed at like 10 o'clock in the evening, which is mad for me.
That's
and
amazing.
then waking up at 6 and then working every day. And that's happened in the last like couple of months, where it's all sort of like clicked together, and now I'm like hyper productive.
You're officially a machine.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I am a machine, yes.
Are you the type, like I'm the type where if I'm doing a live thing, I always go, I'd love to be doing like TV. And then when you're in TV, you go, I want to do live stuff. Are you never happy where you are, or you?
No, I'm really happy wherever I am. But I also know that you know, once the TV thing is finished, then you can go off and you can do live stuff. And it's kind of like, and then once you've done a tour, you can go into a studio and do some music. And once you've done some music, you can write some poems. And it's always like, you can just sort of like, if you get bored of something, but once you've kind of like done a project, you know, like I was talking to, who was I talking to? I was talking to someone yesterday.
I don't know.
I was talking to someone yesterday, and it's just sort of like when you finish Edinburgh, you know, you do like a run at Edinburgh, and you've worked on it for 8 months, and then you do it, and then the day after Edinburgh, it's all finished. You're just sort of like, you're completely lost, and you don't know what to do, and you can't just like do another Edinburgh. But what you could do is you could just focus on, I'm going to write that little screenplay thing that I was doing, or I'm going to, and to have lots of different kind of like outlets for your creativity.
You've got loads of outlets.
Yeah.
You write, you sing, you do music, stand up. You've got it all. You do TV.
Yeah. I've done a bit of
everything. You dance?
Yeah, I do dance a little bit. I like wiggling my hips on stage.
Yeah, no, I've seen you dance. Yeah. It's fun to do it.
What, to dance?
Yeah.
Yeah, dancing is fun, Rich. Yeah.
I toyed with the idea once of doing a show in Edinburgh of the history of dance.
Right.
But I just got tired thinking about it.
Well, it's a commitment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could maybe do like every Saturday.
And then there was going to be somebody doing a voiceover, you know, like a character with a big book saying, in the 19th century, and then I'd do a
They'd
little...
talk it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't sing it. They wouldn't be like...
They would talk, and then I would do an example.
Right.
Yeah.
And would there be music while you were dancing?
Yes, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm being silly. Yeah, right, okay.
So with the music stuff, when did you start doing music early on in your...
Yeah, like when I was at school. Like I was in like bands and stuff at school.
Guitar?
Yeah, like but you know, I'm not an accomplished musician. And like I see footage of
Don't be modest.
Well, you know, so when I was at school, I got a bass for my 16th birthday, 17th birthday, because I thought it's only 4 strings, that'll be easier than a guitar.
Oh yeah.
But a bass is a lonely instrument to play on your own. Without the rest of the band, and then I got guitar. Or my dad always played guitar, and I sort of like learnt 5 chords when I was at school, and then I've never learnt anymore. And so I look back at like footage of me from when I first started doing telly as a stand-up, and I've got a guitar on TV, and I'm playing guitar on TV, and I'm thinking, where'd you get the fucking nerve to do that, mate? Yeah,
that takes balls.
But I work with a band now, and I kind of like I write everything on a guitar or on or on my phone, and then I work out all the chords and stuff, and then I take them into my producer, and then we get like proper musicians to do all the music.
Do you ever sing stuff into the phone?
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. Yeah, it's like that's a lot of the because I'm not like I think a lot of my songs are very kind of like you know 4 chords and we go around in a loop. Right?
Yeah.
And I think that if I was an accomplished you know guitarist, I would be throwing in a lot more jazz chords, you know.
Really?
But yeah, because you know you work with musicians, and I work with musicians, and they're always like, "Oh, these songs are a bit simple," and you're like, "Yeah, but those songs we fucking playing." Do you know what I mean? And I like that. I like that, and I think that comes from the fact that I come up with tunes and then I sing them and into my phone, and then I work out what the chords are, and then you know write the lyrics.
But you make the cake. And the jazz stuff is the icing. You can add that stuff later, right?
You can add it, but I always think it kind of detracts. Like this album that I'm finishing at the moment is this huge kind of double album.
Does it have a name yet?
Yeah, it's called Down and Dirty. My first album was called Hot and Heavy, and now
Perfect.
it's like that was in 2013. Yeah, 2013. And so this is like 13 years later. I had a second album called Nick Helm is Fucking Amazing.
That doesn't fit the
thing, exactly. My
yeah.
next one's going to be called Fun and Funky. So,
Yes.
But Down and Dirty. So the first album is like quite introspective. So I had a little bit of a wobble 10 years ago, 2015. And then all of my shows after that were very kind of like dark and introspective. And with every show I did, there would be like 5 songs. And then they go into like this, you know, stockpile where you go, those are songs that I've written.
Do you think it was you saying, I want to do music, so this is my way of sort of tiptoeing into the music part of it, or?
No, I think the way the music started with stand-up was that I had 15 minutes material and I was booked to do 20, and so I just did a song.
It's a good way to end an act.
And the song went down really well.
Yeah.
And then people were like, well, we like that song, and no one ever mentioned the material. So then I was just like, I'll start doing songs. But then also when you're doing an Edinburgh show, because I started off with theatre, so I used to write plays, and I used to, you know.
You're, I'm not blowing smoke, but you're a really good actor. So you are. I mean, you've got chops.
I really like acting. I've just done this film, and I had my confidence knocked with acting on a project just before the pandemic. And I never wanted to. Like every time I got an audition, I would just overthink it. I'd get really nervous, and then I wouldn't even want the job because I had such bad experience on this thing that I did that I was just like, I don't even want the job.
Was it with the director or another actor?
It was the director.
Shit.
Yeah.
It was Ang Lee?
It wasn't.
No, okay.
No, but they were angry.
Oh.
Yeah. It was really horrible. It was a horrible experience, and
it can really put you off.
It was like literally like yeah. I mean, I thought I did a good job with Uncle, and I didn't audition.
Uncle was great.
I'd say you know Henry Normal from Bush, right?
Yeah.
And he came to see me in Edinburgh, and they had this script for Uncle, and but it was about a out of work actor, and they said, "Oh, Nick should do this." They literally just told me how I was doing it. And then they said to Ollie, the writer and director, he said, if you make him a musician in the series, Nick can write a song for every episode. And so that's what we did.
Perfect.
It was amazing. And it was like absolutely perfect. And I hadn't had loads. I'd done some short films before that, but I was fucking awful in them.
Isn't that amazing? Everything just comes together like that.
But in being awful in those short films, you kind of like, that was a really good learning curve because you go, right, not that.
Yeah.
And so then when I did Uncle, I did so little, you know, I just kind of like did very little acting.
Right.
And then that kind of like worked. But if I'd have had to audition for Uncle, I don't think I'd have got it. And all of I've had one thing that I auditioned for that worked out. And then everything else I've kind of like just like lucked out with it.
Auditioning is so, especially self-tapes now, I'm like...
Self-tapes are fucking awful.
I find that if I don't think about it, I'm now like, I'll just do 3 takes. If I don't have it by then... That's it. And sometimes it works better that way. It's just like, okay, I'm done.
Well, when I first started and I had to audition for like adverts and stuff like that, I didn't want them. I didn't want to do an advert.
No.
So I'd go in and I'd smash every audition because I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Right? But when it's something that you want, it's kind of like you build it up into your head. I had to do a self-tape like recently where it was 3 pages of script, right?
That's too much.
It was 3 pages of script, right? And it was like interacting, like there was an NDA, so I won't go into too much detail.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
But there was 3 pages of script, and you're interacting with like the main character, right?
Yeah.
But you're playing like a prehistoric Neanderthal, and they wanted you to learn all the scripts and then get the whole gist of it across through grunts.
Oh.
And it's a fucking self-tape, so you're on your own in your fucking flat.
Yeah.
Going... and you're just thinking, is this even what they... Is this what they want? Is this what they want?
You don't know.
I don't want it. I don't want it. And then and also it was kind of like the whole job was going to be like with, you know, covered in prosthetics. And the star of the thing was a famous improviser, and it was just like, why are you making me learn these 3? Like, I'm not even using words. B, you're not going to see my face.
Paul Merton.
It's 3 pages. It's 3 pages of this dialogue, and the guy that you're going to be acting with is going to improvise it on the day anyway.
Yeah.
And it was just, you know.
You know what it is they don't even know what they want. I find that so many times, like, especially with voiceovers.
Right, yeah.
It's like, we've got this character. He's a robot, but he's got human qualities. But he's a robot, and he speaks very emotional. Like, they don't even know. They just give all these adjectives.
Yeah. But I really enjoy voiceover work.
I do, too.
Yeah.
I do, too, but sometimes I'll just do it the way I feel it, and then they'll go, oh, I never thought of it that way, and then maybe that works.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Do you ever get them when they say they give you a script and they say, we want you to deliver it in the style of another comedian, and you're like, well, why don't you get that? Why don't you get them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always really awkward.
Or this is the worst: is you'll go on the day you're ready for fun, and they go, that's the script, but go off the script a bit, and then they're going to use what you improvise in the... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I've done, advert auditions and stuff where they make you improvise it, and then it's in the actual advert, but you didn't get the part. Yeah, I know, it's good. It's clever. It is clever.
Sorry to interrupt, but you know we're an independent podcast, so sometimes we need to rely on your support. And one of the ways to do that is through Patreon. That's right. You can receive exclusive episodes. You can see them early. You can get your names on the credits. Yeah, as you'll notice. And many other things that we haven't even thought of. So if you want to do that, please get on my profile, and we'll get right back to the episode now, okay? That's it. We were just talking about your voice.
Yeah.
You're just very conducive to doing voiceovers.
But I kind of tend to do kind of like, I don't do loads of characters.
No.
And I think I really like doing voices when I'm at home, but I don't really do them out in public. And it's kind of like, I really want to, you know, like a cartoon or something like that.
You should.
Well, I'm doing a voiceover on a video game, and we've been like recording it for years, like 4 years. It's like, all right, go left, go right, move forward, go back.
I was just going to say go left.
It's that over and over and over again. Yeah. And I have to go in. You know, I've been going back. We recorded.
What is the problem? What is the hold up?
I don't know, but I've been going down to Croydon like on and off like for like 3 years, 4 years.
Maybe this is not a voiceover.
It's weird. Maybe right.
I had to do one where it was a video game where I'm just at the counter, and they wanted me to come up with different ways to tell people off.
Yeah.
Get out of here! Go home! And it would just be like...
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Is that what you did?
Yeah, I think it's up somewhere.
Did they love it?
I think so. They
Yeah.
said they did.
That was
but,
great.
yeah,
Immediately, that was great.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well done. You smashed it.
So right now, music is your
Yeah,
focus.
right. So yeah, but it's like it's finding that thing, isn't it? It's like going, you know, you've got like 100 projects that are in your head, and you can't give anything priority, and then all of a sudden you kind of like go, you have to pick. I was saying this to my friend. He's got ADHD, undiagnosed. I've diagnosed him, but he can never pick up a project. And he's always like doing stuff, but he's like, but he's never finishing it off quite. You know?
Yeah, that's me.
And there's no point in, you know, like you got to, if you start something, you have to finish it, because nobody wants to read half a script, nobody wants to watch half a thing.
That's my podcast right there.
So you got to finish it. I was just saying to my mate, I said, you got to pick one thing and just do it. And if it takes a week, then you've done it, and then you just move on to the next thing.
Just finish it.
Or, like, just give yourself 5 days to focus on one thing and see where you get with it. And with the album, it's suddenly kind of like, it has to come out this year. It's been 10 years since my last album. I've been working on this for... So it's a double album.
That's a decade.
It's a decade, right? And so my dark shows from like 10 years ago, they had like a bunch of songs in them. So I've put all those songs in one, and that's the first album. So that's Down.
Beautiful.
Down.
Yeah.
And then the other one is like my more upbeat, rude stuff.
The new Nick.
The newer stuff.
Yeah.
And that's Dirty. And then there's a little bonus disc that's going to be called And then
It's
together
gonna be
it's
a
Down and
huge
Dirty.
disc.
It's about 30 tracks, 32 tracks maybe. Yeah. It's a lot, but each album, the first album's 13 tracks, the second album's 13 tracks, and then the bonus album we haven't quite worked out yet.
13 tracks.
Well, I mean, if I had my way, I'd do 13 tracks, but there's got to be a point where you end this project and then you go, now I can do my next project, which will be some of the other tracks.
And are you you think you're gonna tour this?
We're going to do some promotional bits. Like I'll do like it's not going to be like a Guns N' Roses tour, but it'll be like, we'll do like promotional, you know, I want to do like...
People are going to want to see this live.
Well, we're doing it up in Edinburgh we're doing it up in Edinburgh on the 13th, 14th and 15th of August. So that's what my primary my focus is. We're doing the artwork at the moment. So my focus is getting the artwork, like this week, the artwork is being finished, right? So the artwork will be done. Then we got to get all the posters done. Then it's just so like... it's like it's taken ages to get going. And now all of a sudden everything's due immediately.
Yeah. Because it's not just about the music; it's about the outfits.
Well, my dad wrote me a really nice text message, and he said, "No, Nick, no," because he's listening to the album. I was really nervous about him listening to the album because there's a bunch of depressing stuff on there, and I was like, my parents are like, "Oh, why'd you have to be so sad, Nick?" But he listened to the album and he really liked it, and he said, "This is an amazing example of your skills, Nick. You're a project manager, you're a musician, you know." And it's
that's
like,
great.
And he had like this list of all the stuff that I've been doing. He goes, "Oh yeah," because it is project management, because it's kind of like the artwork and the music, and then the live stuff, and it's kind of like it's all one project, but there's so many different elements to it. It's all coming together. And I love working like that.
Your dad's really supportive.
Yeah, sometimes I sent him the album, and I like sometimes he's monosyllabic, you know, and he'll be like, you know, you make him dinner, he'll go, "Yes, that was fine." Right? And you go, "Yeah, better than what you can fucking do." And then sometimes you'll send him like something, like he'll watch something that I've done on TV or something and goes, "Yes, good," or "Very good."
Do you think he has musical skills, like to hear things and?
What, him?
Yeah. Does he have a music background?
Yeah. He's played music. Like if he didn't have guitars and stuff like that, then I wouldn't have picked up a guitar.
Oh, okay.
But like, so
he knows his shit.
He loves folk music, so he plays like lots of folky stuff.
Not like Nick. I love this. Now I'm gonna listen to a guy beat a pan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. And but I did say when I texted him, I said, "Dad, I need you to be very supportive and give me some actual feedback this time." And then he's done that, and it's good. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So but you have to train people to treat you the way you need to be treated.
Yes, that's very important.
You know, it's like that generation,
the
older generation.
No, don't be yourself. I want you to be this way.
It's you say, you say, I know that normally you're monosyllabic and you don't give me any feedback, but this time you need to work on this and you need to tell me good things about what I've done and be positive, right? Or constructive feedback.
You mean I haven't before?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, what? What do I normally do?
Yeah.
It's not this. It was really good. I told him what I needed to hear from him, and then he was like, yeah.
Now, what about your band? How did you all get together? Is this a hand-picked crew, or did you all just sort of meld together?
I got like a pool of, I don't know, like 15 or 20 musicians.
You know loads of musicians.
And then when you need to do a show, then you kind of like put the bat symbol up, and whoever answers kind of comes on and does it. And it's good. It's great. Like I do a charity gig every year at the Pleasance every Christmas called Fuckfest. And you never, like working with a band, right? It's Fuckfest. It's like there's like too many acts that I book. And it's an end of year fuck around for all the comedians, and it goes on for like 4 hours. It starts at 7, finishes at midnight, and it's like it's really long, but it's really fun. And people some people get hotels because they come in and visit, and then it's like they know they're going to miss the last train home. So it's not my responsibility.
No,
but it's really fun. But like I always have a band there. But then because it's charity, there's no money, so you just always are like, who wants to do it? And there's so many kind of like comedians that play musical instruments. Al Murray.
They're all secret musicians.
Al Murray's a really great drummer, and he drummed with us one year. And you just and also I know loads of like musicians, and so you kind of like say who's available. And working with a band is expensive because they're all on kind of equity minimum for their industry standards, and it's like. So if you're going to pay everyone, then it's almost like doing gigs with a band is like almost impossible. But for a charity gig, you can get loads of them in, and then you get to do like this big kind of gig every year.
So these guys that you're going to be doing doing Edinburgh, they're just sort of a temporary group of.
Well, they're people that I've worked with before, but it's kind of like it's like a revolving pool of people that is kind of like who's free, who can do it, who's up there already. Because there's a bunch of comedians that I worked with before that are kind of like either play guitar or keyboards or backing singers or.
What comedian is the best musician?
The best musician,
other than yourself.
Well, the best musician. Well, I would say that Rob Deering is an incredible musician.
Oh wow!
But I would also say
Alex Horn.
Well, he's good, but also he has a band. And And like the band are kind of like they're all together with that, right? I think. Who else? Hugh Davies is really great. Suze Kempner's great. Jenny Bede is great. I like working with them, and like me, Jenny Bede, Suze Kempner, Rob Kemp, and Kirsty Mann. I wrote a musical in 2019. No, I wrote a musical in 2008, and then in 2019 I did like a 11-year anniversary thing and did it in Edinburgh. And
As one does.
And we did it. I did a 10th anniversary in London, and then it was like the rollover. I was like, actually, this is really good. I could do it next year. I took it up, and it was amazing because I did my 1-hour solo show at like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we did this horror musical thing that I wrote. At like 10 o'clock in the evening. So you do your show. And I like doing stand-up, but it's lonely,
Yeah,
and
it's just you.
Yeah, it's just you. And so we'd get we all had solo shows. We'd all get our solo shows out the way in the day. And then we'd meet up, and then we'd hang out, and then we'd do the show every night. And we all just used to go, because when you're in Edinburgh, the best way to lose your voice is to go to a noisy bar. It's not the show, it's the bar afterwards where everyone's talking about themselves over each other.
Yes.
And then that's how so we used to just go to the pub around the corner, and we used to sit and play Shithead, the card game Shithead.
Yeah, yeah.
And we used to play Shithead every night, and we'd have like a few drinks, and then we'd go, and we looked after our voices, we all hung out. And now it's kind of like we're all still in like...
You're all shitheads.
We're all shitheads. The show is called I Think You Stink, and so we're all stinkers, right? And And we were all in like a WhatsApp group together, and you know, we all help each other out on stuff, and you know, it was like the best Edinburgh experience I had, because you make friends. You know, I knew some of them, but we all did this project together, and it was so much fun.
It's also a welcome thing after the stand-up to do something with other people.
And like, it didn't matter how your gig went,
Yeah.
because you just meet up and you go, "Oh, it was terrible today." Do you know what I mean? It was like, you know, like, you know.
I would always lose my voice.
Yeah.
In Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Just once. I would lose it one day, and then I'd have to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I would get it back.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Yeah, I've never lost my voice. I shout a lot on stage.
You do shout. And I worry about your voice.
I've always said that I never lose my voice in Edinburgh. And it's like, I've never lost my voice in Edinburgh. But the quality of my voice does deteriorate by the end of the month. Yeah, it's a little bit hard to listen to by the end of the month.
Well, maybe that's good because you've got a natural rasp.
Yeah, well, I have developed it, yeah. I'm a lot more softer spoken in real life, but yeah, I like, because I shout a lot, people just assume that I lose my voice all the time. And
no, you know how to shout.
One year, do you know Dr. Brown?
Yes.
He came up to me on like day 5 of the festival, and he said, "Nick, I was wondering, can you give me some advice? I've lost my voice, and you know," and it's just like, "You're a fucking mime." Like, what have you done? What have you been doing to lose your voice? You know, it's like, yeah, I found that ridiculous, but
maybe because he doesn't use it that much.
Yeah, maybe
that's the problem.
Yeah, he surprised himself, and
Doc Brown.
Yeah.
So you're just going up for 3 days?
I'm doing 3. I'm doing the 13th, 14th, 15th is Nick Helm's Down and Dirty Weekend. And then on Sunday the 16th, I'm doing a poetry hour.
And are you going to hang out afterwards, check shows out, do that?
I'm going to kind of like go, I think for like the 3 days of my music gig, I'm going to be really stressed out.
Yeah.
I might see some stuff, but I think I'm going to be really stressed out. On the Sunday, I'm not going to be stressed at all.
Watch shows, yeah.
I'll watch shows. I love going to see shows. Yeah, but yeah, I love Edinburgh. I've done it since 1996.
Shit.
Yeah.
What, every year?
I think there's about 3 or 4 years that I haven't
done
since then.
Holy crap.
Yeah. What's that? That's 97. It's 97. So that's what? That's 29 years.
That's good, though.
That's 29 years.
That's you doing stuff.
My teacher took us up in 1997, and we did a play, a school play.
A serious play?
It was Romeo and Juliet. So we sold
nice.
out every day, because it was midday, and we sold out every day. But we had to flyer, and we had to look after our costumes, and we had to learn our lines, obviously. And you know, we did it at school. And then she was amazing. She's an amazing director. She's called Louise Wallace, and she lives in Welwyn Garden City, and she just took all of these kids up. You know, it wasn't like a posh school, but like she took all the kids up to Edinburgh.
I can't believe somebody would do that.
Went to see Jason John Whitehead at the Tron and Al Murray at the Pleasance Courtyard.
Right.
Absolutely changed my life. And then at the age of 16 in '97, I was like, if I could do Edinburgh every year for the rest of my life, I'd be happy. I've changed my opinion on that.
I was up in '96.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. What were you doing?
An improv show called Modern Problems in Science.
Right. And was it just you?
It was 2 other guys.
Yeah, right.
We were all professors. We were given, you were a professor of what? And they would say,
Yeah.
Egyptology.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to teach in that style.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Do you remember what venue you were in?
Yeah, Assembly.
Oh, wow.
We were in the ballroom.
Right.
In '96, we got guests because we got like Bill Bailey to do one, Sandy Toksvig.
Yeah.
I forget who else. But
Sandy Toksvig was a famous improviser, wasn't she?
Yes.
Because she was on, wasn't she? She was one of the regulars on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I always get that mixed up with Have I Got News For You? I always say one and I mean the other.
So it was a lot of pressure because they would go, it would be great if you booked some guest people. And it's like, before we had just done it ourselves, and now we were it's like when you get a show sometimes on TV,
Yeah.
and then they want, it jumps the shark when more famous people get involved.
Yeah. Like, right, yeah. I mean, Only Murders in the Building is already star-studded, but then all of a sudden Meryl Streep's in it, and you're like,
Oh, come on.
all right.
That's
Wasn't there? Surely there was an actor that really needed to work.
Yeah, please. Does she really need more work?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was fun. It was a fun experience.
Yeah. Have you done it a lot?
We did, and then we broke off after that.
Yeah, right.
One of the guys in it, he became the CEO of Twitter.
For real?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. He was part of the Chicago acting scene.
Yeah.
And then he was also involved in, computers.
Right.
If I don't want to get technical, but computers.
Yeah, right.
And then he rose up the ranks.
Right. Oh God. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great.
Yeah, right. Are you still in contact?
He's not there anymore. Once in a while, we will hook up.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's amazing that people do stuff. But what I don't
other
like
than
is
comedy?
that this is his sidelight.
Right.
And, yeah.
What, computers or improv?
No, improv and
Well,
comedy.
I think if you're the CEO of Twitter, then
we
then,
can give him that. Yeah.
then kind of like you maybe don't want to focus so much on improv.
I can see that too. Yeah.
Maybe it's kind of like, no, that's my hobby now. Yeah.
Yeah.
My improv days are behind me.
So when you came up, this theater, did you go up again with another play?
So 97 we did Romeo and Juliet, and then 98 we did Tony Harrison's The Passion, which is just this very, very, very long poem about Jesus.
Yeah.
Which
it's heavy.
It was heavy. And
you were Jesus.
I wasn't. I was Caiaphas, who was one of the priests that sentences Jesus to death.
Right.
And my friend was Jesus. So it was great. Because I got to sentence him to death every day. And then he died for our sins. And then in 99 we did 12th Night. I was Toby Belch.
Do you remember, I remember the early Edinburghs more intensely because there's so much going on because you're doing the flyers during the day and you're so tired, but you're just running on fumes.
Absolutely the best, yeah.
Snogging, no.
I think, because, I mean, when I first started, I remember all of my pre-stand-up Edinburgh shows pretty well. Then the first few kind of get a bit muddled in my head. But that early stage as a comedian, when you're kind of you're all in each other's pockets and you're all really excited for each other and you're going to each other's shows and you're saying, oh yeah, well what if you do that and what if you do that? And like when I started in 2000 I did my first gig in 2006, but I started properly in 2007. When I started in 2007, you'd do a gig and then you'd have to wait 3 weeks for your next gig.
Yeah.
And so you wouldn't learn anything because you'd just get nervous again.
This is night after night.
And then you go to Edinburgh and you're doing 8 gigs a day and you're going all over town and, I couldn't afford to eat. So I had I got a 6-inch Subway for my dinner every day in 2008. But I didn't have any money, so you're just living off your bucket money. I did my musical that year. I did a double act with Paul F. Taylor that year. I compared another show that year, and I think I did something else that year. And then I was doing gigs in between.
So you did Free Fringe.
I did, that was in 2008. I did Free Fringe, and I had no money, right? And so I could just scrape together enough to get a sandwich every day, right? And I'd eat it.
Those are the days.
I'd eat it at 6 o'clock, sat outside the Bedlam Theatre after we'd done the musical, and I had no money. I had holes in my shoes, right? I had no money, and because I wasn't eating and I was walking everywhere and I was doing all the gigs,
You weighed 5
I
pounds.
lost. So my trousers kept falling down, right? And I couldn't afford a belt, right? And so we did a gig, and on the side was some string, right? So I made braces out of string, right? And I had like one of them cowboy shirts with the poppers on, right? So I had like string tied around my belt loops.
You could have been busking with that.
I mean, like, it really cuts in, right?
Yeah,
but luckily
yeah.
I didn't have any money to weigh me down. And then I'd cover it up with the cowboy shirt. But then, you'd rip it open and everyone would be like, you were wearing string braces to keep your trousers up.
But you look fondly back at those
I
days.
loved it. They were the best days. They were the best. And like when you're all excited for each other, it's the best. When you all get like your own careers and then like jealousy
That's
kicks
when it
in,
goes.
it's like it's bollocks and it's just a waste of
I remember our improv group when we were about to go the first time. We were reading up about it, and we've developed this sticker, right? It was just a lemur, right? And we thought, hey, if we put the sticker up all over town, everybody's going to see our show.
Yeah, right.
And it was like, little did you know, everybody had a fucking
sticker,
poster, a sticker.
Yeah.
You were
great though.
Yeah.
And when I did in 2009, I was meant to go up to Edinburgh doing a 3-hander, and the other 2 dropped out a month before the festival. And then I tried to get out of it with PBH, and he said that he would blacklist me. And back then, when you just started your career, when you just started out as a young comedian, you don't get blacklisted by PBH. He does the free Fringe, and
Peter Buckley
Hill. And so I had to fill an hour. So I did it. I like basically did my first hour out of stress because I didn't want to. And so the next year when I did it, I wrote all these plays, took all these plays up to Edinburgh, did kind of like my double up with Paul F. Taylor, even the musical in 2008. Like rarely get an audience, and then with that hour that I did in 2009, like there was like 4 people on the first day.
Yeah.
And then after like a week, there was something like it was full. And then after 2 weeks,
great.
It was standing room only. And then the same thing happened in 2010 with my first big proper deliberate show, where there was like 4 people in on the first day. 4 people.
That's the most amazing.
The first Sunday is called Suicide Sunday, because that's when everyone wants to give up. And I had 8 people in, and one of the things I did was in the previews I'd get someone up on stage, and then there was like so few people in the room that I'd just get them all up on stage, and then more and more people started coming to the show.
To get up on stage?
I don't know, because when you're in it, you don't know why people are coming to see you. Right?
Yeah.
And then more and more people were coming, and then so I'd get all of them up on stage, and then by the end of it, it was standing room only. And my mate who played guitar with me, he was just like, "What are you going to do today, Nick?" And I was like, "I'll get them all up on stage." And then people would stop you in the street and they'd say, "Are you getting everyone up on stage now?" And then you realise that it was
word of mouth.
It was a stunt, right? That I didn't realise it was a stunt because it happened so organically, but it was word of mouth.
You had an organic stunt.
Yeah, I know, right.
See, when you get something that works in Edinburgh and you start to get an audience, that's one of the most exciting things.
Yeah, and especially if you finish on a song and everyone feels completely like... Because I do I like...
You finish on a song.
I do like dark stuff. Oh, because of the theatre side of it, it's like, right, if I'm doing Edinburgh, we'll do a show, right?
Yeah.
Opening number,
of course.
Closing number, finale.
Get people up.
You get people through the whole roller coaster of emotions, and at the end they come out into the sunlight blinking like they've
gone through things.
They've had an experience. But if you end on like a big kind of like heartwarming, life affirming kind of funny song, then they walk out into the street singing it.
Do that.
They love it, and it's great, because I want people to feel good when they come and see me, but I don't want to do it in a Route 1, isn't everything lovely? You know, you want to be kind of like...
And talk about old toys. Remember that toy you used to play with?
Yeah. And it's like, and what I want is I want to like bring people down to rock bottom with me, and then lift them all up again, so everyone feels like they've come through.
It's life affirming.
In 2011, I did a show called Dare to Dream that I got nominated for, and what we did with that was we got these pink ponchos, and we spray painted "I Survived Dare to Dream" on them, and then at the beginning of every show, I would give the front row ponchos like they were on Splash Mountain.
Right, like...
and I say, you're in the Splash Zone. Because I sweated so much, right? And so it's like, you're in the Splash Zone, right? And I do the show, and then it was at 4:00 in the afternoon in the Pleasance Courtyard. And then at the end of the show, it was a scary show because before the show started, we were playing really, really loud heavy metal music, and we filled the whole cabin. It was like a 70-seater cabin. We filled the whole cabin with smoke, right?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to do it now for health and safety, but like people were like feeling their way into their seats.
That's great.
And then I came out, and it was so loud, and I was so close to them. It was so confrontational. Like sometimes people would run out screaming, right? But then what would happen is you'd put them through the grinder of this show, and then at the end of it, you gave them like this big kind of like cathartic ending. And then at the end of it, they would like run out into like the courtyard, like it was still daylight, and they'd just been in this tiny little black room, right? And they'd run out into the sun, and they'd be wearing these ponchos, right? And people in the courtyard would go,
"I've got to see that
what's
show."
That show?
Yeah,
you know. And so then it sold out every day, and that was again that was just a bit of fun.
But you secretly are a marketeer.
Well, I'm a big fan of William Castle.
Okay.
He was the guy that used to do like 13 Ghosts and House on Haunted Hill and all the Vincent Price stuff. And he used to have like gimmicks where there'd be a skeleton going over the audience, and they'd have buzzers in their seats.
But you don't even know it; you just do it naturally.
Well, that was ages ago. But like it was kind of like I didn't realise what those ponchos would do for me. Do you know what I mean?
Did they give them back?
No, we had like a huge load of them.
That's a big budget.
We'd have we got like
poncho budget.
I think it was probably like 100 ponchos, and we gave out like 3 or 4 a show, just for like the.
We've only got 2 ponchos left,
and then we'd have to order some more. But me and my girlfriend at the time, we'd spray paint the ponchos every night, and they'd have to dry out in the kitchen.
Oh.
It was like, it's all homemade, do you know what I mean?
Those are the days.
Yeah,
now
they
that
were
you're
the
a
best.
big
They
star,
were the best days.
You don't spray paint ponchos anymore.
Oh, I mean, I do stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But I like it. That's why you get involved in it in the first place, you know. But, you know, I was doing shows when no one was coming to see me. And then when people do come and see you, it's kind of like
you appreciate
it. Yeah.
You totally appreciate it.
I had 10 years of no one coming to see it. Like when I first like took off, like I'd given up on that. And in fact, the 2010 show that I did with getting everyone up on stage, I was going to take a break after that, and I wasn't going to do Edinburgh again for a bit to work out what I was going to do with my career.
But then someone convinced you.
But then that's when you know, the TV people came to see me, and I got like work. And then you go, right.
The third week, the TV people come.
Yeah.
So Suicide Sunday is the first week.
Yeah.
Second week is, do they have a name for it?
I think it's Suicide Monday, Suicide Tuesday.
But it's also where, like, if the show's doing terrible, you sort of accept it. And then it's almost like, okay, I'm in for the rest of the...
Well, like, I think, like, the first show that I wrote was 2001, and we went up for a week, and we got reviewed by the Scotsman on the first day, but it didn't come out until the last day. So we spent a whole week up there.
Yeah.
And it was a midnight show, and it was like, it wasn't sketches, it was like 6 10-minute plays, right? And we spent a whole week. We'd have like 3 people in at midnight, and we were flying all day, and it was just fucking miserable. And then on the penultimate night, we'd just done the show, and we go to the bar downstairs.
Review comes out.
We got 4 stars from the Scotsman, and they reviewed us on the first night. And it was like we'd only done one preview at my old school in the drama studio because I was at uni at the time, and they kind of they were taking up another show, and they got a 2-for-1 deal with the venue, and they had a midnight slot. And they got in contact with me while I was at uni and said, "Do you want to fill the midnight slot?" So that's what we did.
Of course.
But we had one preview. We got a 4-star review on the
Tour
first
de
day.
force.
And then so on the last day, we sold out. And we did this show. We did this show in front of 3 people, right, every night. And we were like, well, we think it's good. And then on the last night, sold out. And it gave us a taste for like, oh, that's what it could be like.
That's what it's like.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then we came up the next year and did another one. And you know.
And made sure they reviewed it.
I don't know if we'd have kept going if hadn't got like a big audience.
It's a little thing like that keeps you going.
But it's also the thing with those 2 guys dropping out in 2009 and then me just doing it myself. I didn't choose to do that.
No.
But I did it, and I made the most out of that opportunity or that situation, and it became an opportunity. But at the time, it was like, this is a ball ache.
Hi. Oh, sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to tell you a little something about our merch. We do have merch, but for those of you who have never ordered before, we've got a special 10% discount if you do the promo code TalkBox10. That's right, TalkBox10 for 10% off. And it's a one-time deal only, okay? So you get your one time! Anyway, back to the show. Bye. Nick, we have a portion of the show where it's fill in the blanks.
Okay.
I give you a sentence, you fill in the blank, but I left the card in my coat. Kenny, do you have my coat by any chance? I'm sorry, this is not a normal professional thing.
Is this podcast going well? Like the one that we're doing right now? Is this how it's meant to go?
I thought you meant in general.
is this podcast going to help my career?
Should I tell my agent about this podcast?
Am I doing it right?
Yes.
Yeah, right, yeah. Okay.
You're doing great.
Okay.
You're doing awesome, man. I only changed the subject because we here it is. Okay. Now, Nick, this is how it works. I don't know if you've seen it before. I'll give you a sentence and you fill in the blank. It doesn't have to be funny or anything.
Doesn't have to be funny.
Blank were the most comfortable pajamas I ever wore.
I don't even know.
It could have had a design or...
I don't even... What? What? I don't even know. What word would go?
Do you have a special pajamas that you wore that were very comfortable?
Fleecy?
Okay.
I mean, that's rubbish. What? Give me something.
But I mean, maybe they had Donald Duck or I don't know.
Donald Duck are the most comfortable pajamas I've ever worn. What? That's not a sentence.
My Donald Duck pajamas when I was 7.
Oh, it's not just one word.
Yeah, it could be a lot of words.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, right.
That was a bad opener.
Oh, right. The pajamas that my mother made, hand-stitched from the finest silk curtains in our lounge, were the most comfortable pajamas I did ever wear.
Okay, that's not bad.
I've gone posh.
2, if I had to do my first gig all over again, I would blank.
Yeah, probably would.
Yeah.
Because of the pressure, you see.
Oh, right.
I've gone like, I've used blank.
Nice.
I mean, you're the improviser. I'm not.
That's okay.
I'm not good at.
No, but I mean, if there was something you had to do,
that was a little bit. That was
different. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, right. What was this one again?
Your first gig, if I had to do it
if I had
again.
to do my first gig again, I would absolutely. I would probably, if I had to do my first gig again. Do you remember your first gig?
Yeah, kind of. I would be more, I would just be more relaxed.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Try to be more relaxed.
My first gig went really well.
That's what a lot of people say that.
And then it didn't go well for like 2 years. Yeah, but there was like that first taste was like enough to keep going.
Yeah.
If I had to do my first gig again, I would change absolutely nothing.
Good. Good. That's the right answer.
If I had to do my second gig again, I would try and make it more like my first gig.
First gig, yeah. 3, when I'm blank, I am never myself.
When I'm out with strangers,
Yes.
I am never myself.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like I'm doing a real bad job for you with this stuff.
No, I feel that way because all you need is like one person that you feel comfortable with.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm quite, yeah. I mean, these are like jumping off points for
Other things,
conversations,
yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
They're very good.
Oh, if I could have any musician's career, it would be blank.
Right. If I could have any musician's career, I would have Ringo Starr's.
Really?
Don't you think?
He's got it.
Isn't he?
No pressure.
Like, it used to be up for grabs about who your favourite Beatle was.
Yeah.
But the more you know about them, the more it sounds like, God, they were bitching at each other the whole fucking time.
And all he had to do was come in and go, I would like to be
in an octopus's garden.
They go, that's great, Ringo.
I mean, I love Ringo now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so chill.
It was always like one of the other three, and now it's like, I love Ringo.
Yeah. Let's go, Ringo.
But
I saw him live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did he do?
He was with Joe Walsh. It was Ringo's All-Stars.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Amazing.
I like how unashamedly Hollywood he is. You know, even at the time, he was like, I'm going to go and make The Magic Christian with Peter Sellers.
Oh, yeah. Which it wasn't the best movie, but...
Magic Christian with Peter Sellers?
The idea of it.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's not the best movie? What? What do you
it's
mean?
not?
What do you mean?
The book was amazing.
What do you mean the film's not good?
Is the film great?
No, the film's terrible.
No, it's terrible.
I think, it is. My friend likes it, but my friend Nat likes it. But
okay.
But it's rubbish, yeah.
I love the idea of it, though. Anyway, number 5. Blank always makes me work harder.
Fear.
Fear, yes. Like you've got a deadline or something.
No, do you know what? I don't think that is. I don't think that's true. Maybe happiness.
Happiness.
I think fear makes you panic, right? Fear makes you...
unproductive.
Fear makes you like just like go, oh, well, I could do that, or I could do that, or I could do that, and I don't know which one to do, and like what, and then you don't get anything done.
Right.
Whereas if you're like happy and in a good place, then you can kind of like take your,
Centered.
take a deep breath, centered,
Yes.
ground yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can focus. Yeah.
It's something to take away, people.
I mean, if you're not laughing, you're learning.
Exactly. Nick, this is the point where I ask if you want to plug anything. I know you've talked about stuff, but do you want to plug anything?
I got my album coming out. We're launching it in Edinburgh on the 13th, 14th, 15th, and then we're going to be doing some gigs in the autumn to be announced. And the album's going to come out. It's a double album. The first part of it is coming out in August.
I bet you're going to tour.
I mean, I'd love to. I mean, I saw Dave Hill yesterday. You know Dave Hill?
Yes.
I saw him at the Bill Murray.
Oh,
and
my doppelganger, some people say.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you've got a similar vibe. You do. You've got a real similar vibe.
He's been in this podcast.
Has he? Right.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely guy, isn't he?
Is.
And he's done guitar. So I've got a track on the second album, and it's about air guitar. And I did it on tour, but it was based on a demo for another song, so that there was never really enough guitar on it. And I sensed I don't know him that well. We have gigged together like a few times over the years, and I was like, it'd be good to get like someone that's
like Dave Hill.
So I asked him, and he said, yeah. And then he, for like 3 weeks, he was like going, I'll send it to you tomorrow. I'll send it to you tomorrow. and then eventually I was just like going, maybe I haven't been clear enough with my, like...
I need it now.
But like maybe I was a bit like vague about what it was that I wanted, and it was like confusing. But then it turned out that he'd re-recorded all of the guitars. And he sent like 6-7 tracks, and it's incredible. It's incredible. So I went to see him at the Bill Murray yesterday, and he had a band on stage with him, and they were just they were just from London. He just messaged on the day, and he said, "Are there any people that want to play on stage with me tonight?"
See, you musicians.
That's genius. because that means you can travel everywhere by yourself.
And just pick them up.
And just get a band, and they have to learn the songs, and then they do it. So I think that's really good. I think that there's something in maybe doing a tour where you have like a couple of musicians that you work with,
local everywhere,
and then you get like a local band, like a new, like
You're
kids.
on the Shetland Islands.
Like you get like a kids' garage band, and they come along, and then they kind of like play on stage with you.
Has nobody done this before?
That must be a thing, but I think that might be a way of keeping the cost down on the tour.
That's true. Yeah. Well, Nick, thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're the man.
Yeah, I really enjoy. You're the man.
No, you're the man.
No, you're the man.
You're the man.
I am.
Keep
the
it
man.
up. Keep it up.
Thank you.
We want to see you on TV as well.
Oh well,
Uncle was so brilliant.
I'm not. If they ask me, then I'll do it. But like, I'm focused on. Doing my own achievable dreams at the moment.
I'll pitch something on your behalf.
Yeah.
Hey, that was Nick. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to support us further, please join Patreon. It's a wonderful site. You're going to love it. You get all sorts of perks if you join. Don't worry if you don't join. I'm just going to write your name down and hunt you down. That's a joke. Is it? No. Also, we have merch. Merch. If you want to give someone some merch or yourself, go to the merch site. All of this is in my profile. The links are in the description. And enjoy yourself. Have a good week. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Rich Fulcher. Rich Fulcher's Talk Box.